Hey guys, Dr. Molly Denny here with Daymark Living, and I am the Director of Community Life. And today I have my friend Sarah, and we are going to talk to you on our special Mondays with Molly episode. So, Sarah, first, tell our audience about your diagnosis.
When I was born, they figured out that I didn't have an esophagus, and so fed me through a G tube, and everything would come out the side of my neck. And then when I was 18 months, they took part of my large intestines and swung it up here to make it a esophagus and stuff.
So they used your own body tissue to make an esophagus.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you eat totally normally. You drink normally.
Yes.
All of that. Which is so cool.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah. And then, okay. So tell us what else. What are your other diagnoses that you have?
The other diagnosis is that I'm intellectually disabled, and then chromosome thing and figured out that I was missing some of my, I don't know which ones I was missing, but my part of my blood was a little bit different.
Yeah. So we call that a chromosomal deletion. You can also have a chromosomal addition, but in this case, it would be you have part of the chromosome, but a little part of it's missing. And probably your little esophagus problem that you had when you were a baby was probably because of that. So sometimes if there's a break in those genetic strands, then it can affect our bodies in all different ways, right?
Yes.
Which is kind of neat. So you're so resilient, Sarah. So then also tell our audience about your leg, because this is one thing that I would say when people see you, they notice right away. So tell them what happened with your leg.
So back in August of 2001, I was going into the 7th grade, and I, before I even started school, we were walking around Disney World, and I had something in my leg, and then we went and got me an x-ray. And then when I started my 7th grade year, I was walking out to a portable, and I stepped off a step wrong, and my tibia and fibia shattered. And then my mom came and got me from the middle school and drove me all the way down to Children's. And then I think later that afternoon or evening, they did a biopsy and figured out that I had osteosarcoma, and I had to get their high protocol of all the different chemo drugs and everything. And then one of the chemos, later on, it sort of damaged part of my left ventricle of my heart and stuff. So that's
So one thing caused another thing and caused another thing. So the reason that your bone shattered was because that cancer was in your leg, but you didn't know that. Y'all didn't know.
No, we didn't know, because I was supposed to go in for an MRI on a Saturday, and I just shattered the bone, and they tried to go in there, and they tried to stabilize it with rods and stuff, but that didn't really work. So they just put me in a boot, and then in April of 2002, I went over to Scottish Rite and got my first prosthetic leg, and I had to do quite a bit of physical therapy and stuff to relearn how to walk and everything. So
yeah. I mean, you were really so remarkable.
Well, yes.
And I always tell you this, but you are so confident in your medical history,
yes.
and you speak about it so eloquently. And I love that you can advocate for yourself.
Yes.
And I know that obviously has not been an easy journey,
yes.
but you are truly so resilient.
Thank
so
you.
Tell us about, I know you can walk and you're really mobile with your prosthetic leg, and you do it all by yourself. You know how to clean it and air it out and
yes.
put it on and take it off. But what are you also really good at?
I'm really good at swimming and stuff. And I did a lot of competing with Special Olympics up in Louisville, and then I've been to like 3 or 4 different USA games and won quite a bit of
you're being so humble.
medals and stuff.
Yes.
So
you're a remarkable swimmer.
Yes.
So I think one thing that the reason that I wanted Sarah to share her story with y'all is it's so important that we, as their support system, teach them to advocate for themselves, right? Learn that medical history, know what's been going on, and be able to articulate that. Because if your mom and dad aren't with you at a doctor's office, or I'm not able to go with you or something like that, you need to be able to communicate that. And you do that so well.
Yes.
And it's almost like you just have every little detail organized in your brain, and you know what it is. And so I think you, like I said, are so resilient, and I applaud you for just, being proud of who you are and what you've been through, because you've been through a lot. And you keep a smile on your face keep plugging along, right?
Yes.
So tell our audience how long have you lived at Daymark?
I've lived at Daymark for a year and a half, almost, because I first started here as a camper and did like a 2-week trial, and then I
you kind of liked it.
I kind of liked it and told my parents that I wanted to come and move here. So I moved here in October of 2023, and it's I like do a lot of classes, and I've started to volunteer at the hospital. I first started volunteering in their gift shop and helping with doing steaming clothes, and then now I'm in their cafeteria on Fridays cleaning tables and stuff.
Right. And we thought it would be such a neat we have a great partnership with Baylor Scott and White here in Waxahachie, but we thought it would be so neat for Sarah to be there, just because she spent a lot of time in the hospital. She knows what it feels like to be a patient. You know how to brighten their day. And so it's been it's a great opportunity for you. And I know that other people enjoy seeing you and getting to know your story too. So I appreciate you coming and talking with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We hope you have a great Monday.